Hi fellow readers, today I am going to wrap up all of the glory of Booktubeathon, but not all of it was glorious, so I'm going to talk about the great and the ugly and the terrible and everything that happened to me during this crazy, hectic, fun, creative week. But before I get there, I want to do a crazy, awesome shout out to Ariel Bissett for hosting and creating and organizing this fantastic Booktubeathon, and all of the hosts that created the Instagram and the video challenges. They were super creative, they really made me think, and sometimes I just couldn't think because my brain was so fried and tired that I just went with whatever popped into my head. So a big shout out and thank you, especially to our sponsors for making this happen so that the winners could get free swag. And I am still in my pajamas because one, it's my day off, and two, I just finished watching the winner awards show, and those booktubers are so creative, and even though I'm bummed I didn't win, I'm so happy that they did, because their videos were fantastic and creative, and their commentaries and dialogues were so on point that it really, like, I'm okay with not winning because they deserved it. So we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna start with day one, Monday. I don't work Mondays, which is great because I started at night and read about 20-25 pages of The Girl on the Train. I was so tired that I just couldn't read more. I was way busier than I even thought possible, and I found that when I woke up in the morning, instead of wanting to read, I did like the Instagram challenge and then the video challenge. And by then, my day was so spent that I couldn't really pick up a book. I did also read about 6 or so pages of Breakfast with Socrates, and the way Robert Roland Smith incorporates all of these theologies and theories and everything with getting ready in the morning and just waking up, it was so beautiful. But I didn't actually read more than that. I don't know where my time went, and every single time I tried to do more, it just didn't stinkin' happen. I do have to say, the video challenge, I was really impressed with myself coming up with the onk, because at first I thought, oh, I'll just spell Booktubeathon or spell 2016 or something and knock it over, hope it works. But doing something super personal like an onk and my love for Egyptian mythology, and also like the history between what an onk means to me, it was really kind of freeing. Like, I didn't talk about this in my video, but the reason for an onk for me is because I was very depressed when I was a teenager, and there was a quote that says, "When your world seems the darkest, look to the stars." And that kind of pushed me through everything and made me really want to continue on. And so I drew my own picture of an onk surrounded by a constellation of stars. And then as soon as I turned 18, I took it to my family tattoo artist. My brother-in-law and sister have a lot of tattoos. My brother-in-law used to tattoo before he messed up his arm, so I took it to his really good friend and he tattooed me, and it was just like freeing seeing something that just means that much to me on my back and being able to kind of show that to you guys. It, like, I kind of want to cry right now because it means so much to me. And so then I did the onk, and it was freeing, and I'm crying because it was great. And then night hit, and I realized I hadn't continued in my reading as much. I read a little bit more of Breakfast with Socrates, a little bit more with Girl on the Train, but it didn't really go any further than that. Then Tuesday I had work. I got off at 3, didn't get home until close to 4, and I really, again, I tried to read, but it didn't quite happen, and I was at a complete loss for the video challenge. I actually spent 4 hours filming random Hamilton related scenes, displaying my Hamiltome, and it was so fun, but I realized that it didn't really meet the video challenge, and so that's when I came up with the idea of drawing The Cemetery by Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. And so that was good and fun, and I really tried my hardest. I was also really speeding to meet the deadline because I am Mountain Standard Time, which means my midnight is 2 a.m. for the Booktubeathon host because it's Eastern Standard Time. So my days are pretty much 2 hours cut off, which makes my deadlines really hard, which was very evident the more I keep talking. So then we have Wednesday, and again, I focused more on the video challenges and the photo challenges, so I didn't actually read as much. I got further about 100 pages into The Girl on the Train and about 30 pages into Breakfast with Socrates, but I also spent my night from like 6 to 10 playing Pokemon Go because I'm not gonna lie, I'm addicted to it. I'm a level 18 right now, and it's a problem. And then when we got home from playing Pokemon Go, it's Wednesday night, 10 o'clock, and instead of going to bed like I should have because I had to get up for work really early in the morning, I read and completed The Girl on the Train. I stayed up until 4:30 in the morning reading because I couldn't put it down. I have to get up at 6 o'clock to leave the house by 6:20 to get to work by 6:50, and Thursdays are my 12-hour shifts. But through crazy incidences and a coworker getting sick and me covering for them, I was at work until 9 o'clock. So when I got home to do the video challenge, I was so wiped out, so exhausted, I could barely even like think. So I had to have my husband help me actually create haikus because I couldn't sound anything out. I had to have him organize my books by syllable and use my 5-syllable stack and my 7-syllable stack to try to create a story through haikus. It was so terribly awesome because I give mad props for him for putting up with me in my sleepy, terrible days. And so after that, I didn't read anything. I just went to bed because I was so tired. And then I wake up on Friday and I go to work. I come home early. Instead of working my normal 12 hours on Friday, I get home at about 4 o'clock, and I was so tired I actually took a nap for an hour because of the night before and like the whole day before. So I took a nap, I woke up, and I'm all, oh crap, the video challenge and the photo challenge. So I did those, and then I picked up The Princess Bride. I didn't get very far. I read maybe 20 pages of it, and then I read another like 10 pages of Breakfast with Socrates. So I didn't finish any book. I was still only, by day 5, I had only read 1 book out of 7, and I was trying to be super determined to flip that around on Saturday. Saturday, I, completed the challenge, I did the photo, I did all that, but then I had a friend come over and we got distracted. We hung up some curtains and I put some stuff into frames because I wanted to display some of my Comic-Con convention artwork. And then after that, I was in no mood to read. So again, I went to play Pokemon Go from 4 o'clock till 10 o'clock. I told you I have a problem. I got home and I read a little bit more of Breakfast with Socrates and The Princess Bride. Still didn't finish it. Sunday morning, I had so many commitments. Like, I just had to cancel things because I need to finish one more book. That was it. I was like, I have to finish one more book. So, I sat on the couch and I read and completed The Princess Bride because I wanted to do my book story on The Princess Bride, but I had to finish it first. And so, that's kind of the wrap up. I finished two out of the 7 books the entire week. And I really tried to stay up after I did the video challenge and the photo challenge to finish Breakfast with Socrates, but I was exhausted. So, long story short, I read about 50 pages of Breakfast with Socrates. I completed The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I finished The Princess Bride by William Goldman. And I did not get any further in Les Mis. I didn't even pick up or start The Diviners. And the same sad story for Poison Study. Yeah, that happened. So, yee. Now today I plan on playing a little bit of catch up, and I plan on finishing Breakfast with Socrates and reading and hopefully finishing The Poison Study. I also hope to finish Night Pleasures by Celine Kenyon, which I started reading before the Booktubeathon because of my video that I did right before. In order to properly follow up with this Celine Kenyon and Cassandra Clare debacle. So, look for the future for that video. I will be doing a follow-up. I'm also going to do a video on my Hamilton scene craziness. And also my year of BookTube is coming up really soon if it hasn't already hit already. So I'm also going to do some facts about myself. I don't know how many because I haven't really planned it yet. So if you have any suggestions, comment down below about what facts I should tell you guys. What are you most interested about learning about me? And I will get those videos up as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching and participating with me during this crazy Booktubeathon. And I will see you next time. Goodbye!